What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Attacking Third. It's your girl, Darian Jenkins, and it's Monday. So, of course, we have the beautiful LaBonta on, and a special guest, McCall Zerboni, is in the house. Let's give her some love.
Thank you.
Yes, this is a day. We have a lot to get into. Today's topics. First, we're talking about NWSL's unpredictability because the top four teams had 0 wins this season. Sorry, Lo Mama.
Yeah, sorry,
And
babe.
next we're gonna talk.
I'm out.
Yeah. Hello. And then we're gonna talk about the best fits of week 7. We're gonna start, sub, and bench some just based on our own personal preference. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But Lo and McCall, I have played with both of you on different teams. Lo with Kansas City and McCall with the Courage. But you two have never played together. So I wanted to ask maybe a fun memory or maybe a time that comes to mind when you two played against each other, because I feel that was such a battle between the two of you.
No, honestly, it's one of my biggest regrets in life. And one of the things like leaving the game where I was like, darn it, because I respect you so much, Lo. I really do. And I feel like in some regard, we are similar players. But a big memory I have from me is like when we were going to play in the Summer Cup final and in San Antonio. And I obviously had just come back from my ACL. And so like my knee wasn't feeling great. And so I was talking to the medical team and I was just like, I really want to play this game, but like I don't feel great. And I have to play against Lo today. So like, shouldn't I be like my best? So it's just like that barometer of like, I really want to be my best for the team, but I'm playing against like one of the best midfields in the league. And like, you're a huge part of that, Lo. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, RIP Summer Cup. That was wild.
It was terrible.
The fact that they're not doing it again.
It was terrible.
And then we went to San Antonio. I was like, not any of our cities, but
not
whatever.
Any. And I appreciate that. I want to give love to fans in different cities who don't necessarily have the means to travel to see NWSL communities and where they have, but it was more like, this is a lot to tack on to the rest of the season. We're already playing so many games. Then we have to go against like an amazing side like Kansas City, and everyone's already like on their last leg. Doesn't feel every other team was taking a break. Every other team was like chilling.
Yeah, you guys also, didn't you have like CONCACAF as well? Like I swear you guys were playing every 4 days in every country. Like I think honestly, maybe that's the only reason we had a little bit of edge on you, because you guys were just coming from like, I don't know, Guatemala or something like that. Like
wait, didn't Gotham have to like sign retired players for this?
No, you're
yes,
humble and
cute. They still are.
You're humble and cute for saying that, but on record, Gotham played the most games in an NWSL season than any other team in history last year. So it was a lot. It was a lot.
I think what's crazy too, because I can see your jersey behind with 200. They only count the games, regular season games. They're not counting all the other games we played. They didn't count the
playoff
Challenge Cup.
Really?
I'm like,
yeah,
yes, they don't count. That's like a different number. But when you get recognized for the jersey and all that, it's only regular season games. And I'm like, but we put in so many other hours, games, and it's not like we have a choice to show up to the game. If we don't show up, they're not paying us. So I don't know. That's a whole nother rant another day. Clearly, we're up by that. I'm supposed to be talking about a fun memory with Zerboni.
Another
Yellow, come on. I'm supposed to be steering the ship. Come on, get back on.
Oh my gosh. But that's why I think it was, when you said fun, like, I don't ever remember having fun playing against McCall. Like, I knew if I saw you in that starting lineup, obviously you and I were going to be going against each other. And I was like, let me just double layer my shin guards, tuck in my jersey, roll up my sleeves. Like, it's going to be a battle. And that's all I knew. And I knew you were going to get a piece of me. You were either going to win the ball or get a piece of me. And then you were going to win the ball and split and break like 2 lines with a pass. And I was just like, this is so inspirational. Like, you see things when you're going against other players and you're like, I want that. I think of that in you. I think of that like in Denise O'Sullivan. Like, those are people that I constantly go against and then have respect for. And I think that is like the biggest compliment in the game, when you're like, we're going to battle, but at the end of the day, I can shake your hand and be like, I respect you.
Thank you for saying that. It means a lot to me.
Who's cutting onions?
Yeah.
I love this. Okay, next week we're all going to talk about our favorite memories of Darian Jenkins when she was in
Yes,
No,
we
I'm just
are.
playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. You both give me a lot of love. I'm just kidding. I
I
love
say,
this
Darian,
though.
I'm gonna pull up some videos
Oh no.
from maybe
Oh
like our
no.
beer Olympics or something
I
like
was going to
that.
say, I know it's going to be about beer Olympics. Highlight of my playing career. Nothing on the field. It was beer Olympics in Kansas City. Totally playing, but guys, this is fun. We're gonna intro the show like that every week. This is great. But if you're on YouTube, thank you for listening. If it's a podcast, thanks for joining in. We're gonna talk about the parity in the NWSL because again, sorry, the top 4 teams in the league didn't get a win this weekend. Kansas City lost to Seattle 1-0, Orlando lost to Portland 1-0, Washington lost to Angel City 4-3. That game was insanity. And Gotham drew at home 0-0 to Chicago. So I wanted to ask you guys, what makes this league so unpredictable week in and week out? McCall, I'll start with you first.
It is the best thing I can say about the NWSL. And this is why we keep seeing players from all over the world joining this league. They want to go to somewhere that they're challenged week in and week out. I think when you look at the WSL or, even Liga, there's like 5 dominant teams and then 5 teams that just stay on the bottom that they're thinking automatic points every time that they play. But no team in the NWSL is thinking automatic points when they walk into a match. It is just so difficult. And I think that the way that we have structured our league, the amount of talent in this country and the way that we recruit the proper pieces from all over the world, that is the parity that we love and will maintain and will never let go. Because at the end of the day, when you're a sports fan, you don't want to tune into a game where it's like, oh, they're going to dominate. It's going to be 4-0. I'll just watch it another time or later. We want people to be magnificently hyped in, to be like, oh my gosh, I'm not sure what's going to happen today. Every game means so much. And that is what we have in the NWSL. And it really is a gift.
And I think that too is what inspires hope, not just in the players, but the fans as well. Because you're not going to go in a game and be like, this team is going to win. It's going to be this team should win, but the other team can beat them as well. And that's what I've always loved about the league, because I'm never going in like, oh, I'm going to get crushed today. I'm going in like, we got to win this. And I think that's just, we've talked about mentality before on here. We've talked about that passion, and that's what pushes people over the edge. And with our league having a salary cap, it creates that parity. And so the one thing that's going to get you that win at the end of the day is your passion.
Yeah, I think this league is so built on that mentality. I think almost every team has that never say die. Even when things are going bad, when it's your weekend, it's going to be your weekend. And that can put you right in the playoff line. And then you get that extra push of energy. But just for some context, a few other leagues to compare, WSL, Chelsea's won the league 9 out of 15 times and 6 in a row. Premier League, the Ligue 1 in France, Olympique Lyon has won 17 out of the last 18. Liga FA, Barcelona has won 5 in a row. They're also looking for their 3rd consecutive Champions League title. NWSL, there's been 5 different champions in the last 5 years. I absolutely love that. And I feel like we had this argument on A3, I think a couple months ago, about whether the WSL was the most competitive league in the world, or it's NWSL. And I think looking at that, it's clearly the NWSL.
No, it is, because building that context with facts. So like right now in the WSL, the English Women's League, Chelsea has 57 points. The lowest team is Crystal Palace with 10 points. That is a massive gap. Okay. So last year, the way the NWSL ended, Orlando had 60 points and Seattle had 20. So that's only a 40-point gap. So like there's at least a 7 to 10 point gap of parity and quality and differentiation between other countries and our league.
And I think too, in our league specifically, when you think of parity versus dynasties, like Portland, for example, right? I think is usually a very successful team. They have a lot of trophies. This year, they looked at it with a lot of injuries and they weren't doing too hot. They've gotten a couple wins, and now I think they're at 4th. I could be wrong, but they're top 4 now. So you just look at that like it's a roller coaster of a season, which is wild. Some people lose hope on a team that's usually a dynasty, but they're still finding ways to win. And that's exactly what our league does. You can lose next week and you can lose the next, but then you can win 5 in a row. You just never know. So I don't know. I love this league because I'm such a competitor. And when you're always winning, it's not fun. So now my team has lost, back-to-back games, and our fire is even bigger right now. And so obviously we want to turn it around, but that just shows you whoever shows up with the best game plan, best mentality at the end of the weekend is going to get that win.
That's such a good, I love that, because I want to lean into that, because like I've been saying a lot, like, don't poke the bear. Like when we were in studio last weekend, Darian, I said this as well, like, do not poke a quality side. Like if you give them a loss, it's only going to get better after that. And so for me, I want to lean into the factor of like player development. When they have competition, when they have hope or a point to prove, players are only getting better and better. And that's why I'm going to follow up my statement with the NWSL is the best place to develop yourself and become a better and better player every year because of that parity and that competition.
I'm thinking of too, Jordan. Well, I'm thinking of all the keepers. There was a bit of a keeper rotation this game, or this weekend with player development, and they're Jordan, the keeper on BFC now.
Okay, yeah.
And that one. Sorry, but the one on BFC now, she's been with us. She's been the third keeper majority of the time. So usually when you're a third keeper in the NWSL, you don't even dress. She goes over to Bay. She's starting. She has this unreal PK stop. They've been climbing the tape. It's just those things. That's the hope in a player that you can get on a roster in this league and eventually get on the bench and then eventually start. And that's her spot now. Like someone's going to have to come in and do a lot more work to get in front of her. So that's another reason why I love this league, because you can be not making rosters one weekend and then starting the next. And I just love that so much.
I love that too. I'm even thinking, this had me thinking about players that go overseas and they don't play, or you don't see them in matches. And that's not advantageous to you. You get the most, you learn the most, you develop the most when you're in games. It doesn't matter what team you're on. Maybe the training's insane, sure. You're not going to develop when you go and you're just on the bench, or you're not making a roster, but you're traveling. That's great experience, sure. But if you're looking to make this a national team call up, or, play at the top team in either whatever league you're in, it doesn't always measure up. But I did want to ask, do you think we've all been on teams where you're on a winning streak, maybe you're on a losing streak, been on that team, it's terrible. But which do you think gives you a little bit more fire to go into the next weekend? Say you're going to play in Orlando and we're Kansas City when Lo and I played, but Orlando's on this crazy winning streak. Do you have maybe more pressure when you're that lower team, or do you have more pressure in a negative way when you're that team that's maybe undefeated?
Lo, you're the player.
I was going to say, because I've honestly been on both, like Darian, right? When we played for KC, WOSO, NWSL, whatever the full alphabet of that name was, when they first brought us back here, we were on a losing streak. Like, remember we won that first game in, I don't know, August, September, and we got a coin for, like, we got memorabilia because we won our first game on a baseball field. Anywho, that was brutal. But at that point, you didn't have any pressure. So you had fire because you wanted to win. Like, that's just the competitor in you. You're like, this is embarrassing. We can't get a win at all. But you're just throwing everything and just hoping something sticks. Whereas when we were at Kansas City last year and we had this big, long winning streak, I think we set a NWSL record. We had so much pressure. We had the new stadium to continue to do that. And I think at some points too, when you just keep winning, you sometimes maybe let little mistakes slide because you're still getting the results. Whereas then the Pride came and played us at home. We had already made this streak and then they beat us. And it was just like everything that had been happening finally added up, and they executed it and took advantage of it and got the win in our home. And that nothing hurt more than that, other than when they also ended our season. That one hurt too. But I think there's always more pressure when you're consistently winning.
McCall, do you agree?
Yeah, I think there's a difference between having a target on your back and, holding the bow and you're wanting to shoot it towards the target. There's a completely different element and inspiration that goes towards your game. I think getting to that pinnacle and holding that spot has its own difficulties. And then I think when you have nothing to lose has its own benefits. So when you put those both into place, for me, hope, inspiration, drive is the biggest thing for me. Competitive drive is what makes a team, makes a player. And if you are all out of resources to help your drive, then you're not going to be serving your team and you're not going to be serving yourself. And so whatever that narrative is to get you there, to feel pumped, to go into training every day, to go and do it every day.
I guess too, actually, speaking of other leagues now, we don't deal with relegation. So that would be a whole nother conversation, where
that's what I was
you're
thinking.
Constantly winning.
This is what I want. This is what I want with the USL or whatever. Like, let's become sisters, let's become partners.
USL, yeah, but now NWSL is doing Division 2 next year.
We have 300 leagues in the
whole
US.
Other
this is wild.
With us because we have ideas.
Yeah. We have more leagues than teams in the US.
Producer Mark, write that down. We need to talk about that because I'm sure we can pop off about it. But ladies, I love this conversation. We are going to switch over to talking about NWSL fits from week 7, start, bench, sub. So stay with us after this quick break. Welcome back to Attacking Third. I'm Darian LaBonta, McCall, Zerboni. We're going to do some week 7 fit check. Let's see it, producer Mark. We are going to start, bench, and sub based on, our own personal style, how we feel about it, how we would want to rock up to a game. So let's go on and hit it. Let's see what's up first. Ooh. Kenza Dali. Okay. I think she has
block out the face. Even if I didn't know it was Dolly, I'd be so French. That is so Frenchy style, 100%. Not necessarily my style, but automatic. I would know right away that that's a Francois.
Is that Ronaldinho on it too? Who is that?
Oh yeah, that's sick. So funny. I just bought a Ronaldinho shirt from that exact brand today. It's called New Project. Shout out. I would start this.
As soon as you said you bought the shirt, I was like, oh, you got to start it.
Yeah. I would start this because I also love when clothes that are typically, I just love the blending of men's and women's clothes. I also love baggy clothes and tailoring in the right ways, and she clearly has it. So I'm going to start this.
Yeah, I would say for me, I'm so short, so baggy clothes don't ever look great on me. But I think this is so swaggy, so I'll sub it.
Okay, I'm benching it.
I like that we hit all 3.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, cool. Producer Mark, number 2. Who else do we got from week 7? Okay, Esther. McCall, you go first. This is your teammate. This is your old teammate.
Okay, I'm subbing it. Just because, first of all, I'm going with the way that, what would look good on me. And also, I know that she has amazing body, amazing whatever. She's toning it down right now. She is fuego and she has such good style. So this is a medium body for her. So I'm going to go subbing.
Low?
I personally am going to bench it. I don't know. It's casual. I think she's gotten back to back braces. You imagine her walking in with a neck brace and styling that with this outfit. Then I would start it. But I'm going to bench this one.
I love that. Mom's favorite. I'm my mom's favorite, so I love that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go bench just because, guys, I look bad in a hat. I have too much hair for a hat. It doesn't sit right. It's not a good look. I've tried it. It's not happening. So I'm going bench. But
Also, you're the it girl, walking with some Gucci, some freaking chains. Like, do your thing right now.
yeah, you can wear what you want. You got back to back braces.
Flex on them.
Yeah. Okay, I love that. Producer Mark, let's see who we got for number 3.
Oh,
Belle. I'm starting this.
Okay.
This I would for sure
I
wear
can
this.
see you in this. Yeah, exactly.
Is that me?
It
Mark,
doesn't
you
even
think
have to be like
mine
your
though?
section though, because I'm A1 on this. I'm 100% starting on this. This is all the things in all the right ways, accentuating.
Literally.
Yes.
Yes, no critiques on this. Like the skirt to the oversized jersey, like it shows off the leg still. The boots are great with it. The hair down. Oh, see, okay, first off, let me say, starting this. Second of all, I have another side note on this. Like when people show up with cute little purses to the game, their hair down, I'm like, where are all your
Where's your
things
stuff?
you need for the game?
Where are
Yes,
your things?
thank
Are you
you.
showering? I don't even know.
Literally, that's all I think of. I'm like, if it's a late game, I have my 7-step nighttime skin routine.
Yep. I was
Like
thinking
in my bag. Where's her bag? Where is it? Honestly, she probably just wakes up that beautiful, but I've never understood that.
Where's your phone charger? Like, is it fitting in there? We've had it there for like 7 hours.
Where's your phone even?
Okay, sorry. I had to get that
I love
off my
that.
chest.
So she's got 3 for 3 from us. Shout out to Macy Bell. Okay, producer Mark, number 4.
Oh,
Trinity Armstrong, the rookie. Okay,
Jesus saves, I spend. Oh my God, I'm dead. What a hat.
This is so like Y2K coded. I love how that's coming back. This is very Y2K coded to me, especially the hat. I'm gonna go sub because again, a hat. I can't do a hat.
Yeah, you're not a hat girly.
I would say I'm subbing it because I think maybe sweater off. There's just like a lot going on, but what is saving me is that hat. I think is hilarious. Jesus saves, I spend. Oh my gosh, that kudos to that. I love humor. That's amazing.
I'm starting it for 3 reasons. I love me some Jesus. I love blues. And Adidas, baby, rock out. That's my fam.
Yeah, got those 3 stripes, babe.
That's right.
I thought you were about to say I'm starting it because the sweater, like right after I said I don't like this. I was like,
really low. You have to think she'd be a little bit too bare without the sweater, so I feel that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, you're not going to a nightclub, you're going to a game. This is
a family show.
Yeah, right. After we're talking about Beer Olympics earlier. Yeah, welcome to YouTube. Okay, Mr. Mark, thank you. Let's go to, are we at number 5? I lost track. I think we're on number 5. Number 5 or 6. Number 5. Favor Manuel. She plays for the Wave. Okay, this is swaggy.
Also, how old are we? We're all like,
I know. All of us went like this.
I just need the details. I need all the facts and details. That's all. I'm trying to take it in.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, no, this is super swaggy. I love the colors. I'm really into the browns and blacks. I know that was a thing that you weren't supposed to wear for a while. I love the hat, the glasses. It's giving like 90s a bit. I'm gonna sub this. I wouldn't look good in it because I kind of have like broader shoulders, so I have to wear something that like sinks in somewhere. But I do love this. I think she looks great in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily start this, and I don't want to say I'd bench it because I would only bench it because this is not something I would wear. So I'll sub it because this is an overall perfectly put together outfit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm absolutely starting this. Her confidence, her swagger, her chin up, her stature. I love the way it looks, the color coordinated. She's confident wearing it. Like, not necessarily would I wear it, but I'm stepping outside of myself. She looks got on right now.
I love that. Producer Mark, we need to just start like face tuning our faces onto the fits and seeing if we can actually pull them off or not. We'll save that for another time. But let's go to the next one. I think we're on 7 now. Oh, who wants to take Mandy first? McCall, I'll let you go first.
I'm trying to separate my like love for like when I see her face, I just want to squish her. She's like the best person, like such a humble, hardworking teammate. Anyway, she is the icon and the epitome of fits. She basically started Fit Walks for this league. And I want everyone to know and hear it first on A3. Mandy Freeman started Fit Walks, and then every other team started doing the catwalk. But it was because the way Mandy Freeman turned up to work was like, you're working at work. Like, it was so good. And she always looks impeccable, even when she's coming to training. Even in her sweats, somehow she makes it stylish. Like on our hardest days, when we have double days, doesn't matter. She still has it all impressing on her. And so A++, my starter, my captain.
Hey,
Ooh,
I
like
love that. I know. Well, I feel like I don't have much other compliments to give after you just said that, but I do feel like, you know, like anytime I see a Gotham game, I'm like, surely Mandy's going to be the first photo they post of the fits, because she is always showing up. She is always dressed head to toe. Like, she even has ribbon. I think that's ribbon in her hair. I can't tell from the photo, but either way, she always details. So she's a starter. Like you said, every week, just put her outfit out there, starter.
Well, we're going 3 for 3. Mandy, I don't think can miss. I also love that she thrifts most of her clothes, and the way I think anybody can buy fashion, not everybody has style. Mandy has both, and I think she styles impeccably well. I mean, who thinks to put a lace tank top over a long sleeve jersey and a skirt?
And that's exactly it. It's not some
never.
you look this up online kind of stuff. It is total self-expression that she innovatively puts together on her own. She's a pioneer.
Unreal. I don't even think I buttoned this right today. So
mine's wrinkled. I was like, I definitely didn't fold this after it came out of the dryer. But Mandy is a Pinterest board in herself. So I love that we gave Mandy Freeman some love. Okay. Now let's go over number 7. I finally got track. Thank you, Mark. Okay. Jaden Shaw. I'm starting this. I love a refurbished jersey, an upcycled jersey. I think that this is so sick. I love the oversized pants, the hair. She's smiling. Like, this starting this for sure.
Everything, the boots, the glasses. Oh, I love her. Even a sweatband, honey. That unreal accessory. That's amazing. I wonder if she wore that in the game. Starter for sure.
I'm benching her.
Yep.
Because the jersey is fitting her perfect. I love the little frills on there. In fact, I want to get one made like that. And also, it's United. Let's go. Red Devils, Red Devils. But the shoes are too big for me. The shoes are too big. They're kind of overtaking the outfit. Everything else is working, but just like tone down the shoes. But
you don't like a statement shoe, McCall?
Not when your statement is already the statement. Like your jersey, your jeans, your vibe, your smiles are the statement. The sunglasses. Yeah.
That statement right there. I'm like, how many times can we say statement? But you guys remember that part that Drake sampled on his song from Kim Kardashian, where it's like, I didn't come this far just to come this far. Like, that's the first thing when she was like, the statement's the statement.
Yes. I didn't make a statement just to make a statement because she made a statement. We're going to name this video on YouTube The Statement by McCall Zerboni. I love it. Okay. Last but not least, we're just doing 8. Let's get to the last one, producer Mark. Let's see it. Oh, it's Broadway, darling. Midge Purse at the Chicago Musical. And if you didn't know, Chicago the Musical invited Gotham, the fans, and Midge Purse to be a part of the show, and she absolutely killed it. It was so fun. I got to see it in person, and she's made for the stage in every meaning of the word.
Oh my gosh. She loves the stage.
Yeah. Lo, let's have you take this first.
For this outfit specifically, I'm benching it because I want the actual performance outfit. That one's the starter. This one, benching. But bro, that unreal. Like, even her posing in this, like, if there's one thing Midge knows how to do, clearly we know she knows how to do everything. but it's pose. She always knows how to hit a pose. So yeah, this fit, bench. Show me the other one. Start.
Okay, the workability here is on fleeky, 100%. Like she's exuding energy and attitude, which she's all about. I just feel like the outfit isn't accentuating like her greatness. And I'm sure this was just in rehearsal or something, you know, because her outfit for the show was actually brill. But here she's a little bit limited in everything she can offer. But yeah, so good though.
You guys are hilarious. I am starting this. I love some sweats. I love a baggy tee. I'm in one right now. I'm wearing this outfit basically minus the hat because we know I don't like hats right this second. So I am absolutely starting this. And you're right. She did look fabulous at the show. She had the sequence. She had the lace. It was black. She had the heels. She absolutely killed it. What can't Midge Purse do? But ladies, this was really fun. I feel like we need to do like when the season wraps or maybe midway through our top like 8 fits of the year.
Yes.
But yeah, thanks you guys so much for listening. This was a really fun show. McCall, so glad you got to join in with Lo. And Attacking Third, don't forget, will be live tomorrow on YouTube at 11 a.m. Lisa, Jess, and Jen will be there to talk about all the things previewing this NWSL weekend, and you don't want to miss it. So from producer Mark, McCall, and LaBonta, I'm Darian Jenkins. This was Attacking Third.